AI will not come to take ownership of it. It's about output, right? The output that you provide, it is sometimes biased. You have to be thorough about it. कि मैं क्यों कर रहा हूँ?
So, first of all, Parth, welcome to SITM, and not just SITM, welcome to Northeast India. I think it's your first time flying down here. So,
Yes.
how has been Guwahati and Assam treating you so far? How did you like it here? I guess you got the opportunity to see our campus. So, what has been your experience so far?
It's been a great experience. I landed yesterday, and since then, I've been seeing mountains all along. There are mountains, and this college is like sitting in the lap of mountains surrounded by it. And the air is very clean. Since I'm coming from north, I can tell you that.
Yeah,
And
the entire North India is burning right now,
yes,
and
it's
here
burning.
we are drowning.
Yes. So it's a very beautiful campus. It is very
Yeah.
green. It reminds me of my campus as well.
So, you studied from IIT BHU,
Yes.
and currently you are working with Ocean Friends, your current organization.
Yes.
So, it sounds perfect on paper, but I'm sure it always hasn't been a bed of roses. So, what did this journey actually feel like so far, from the gates at IIT BHU entering the campus for the first time till now?
I think nothing was planned when I entered the college. Getting into IIT was a difficult job in itself, but after I entered, I looked up to my peers, my seniors who've been doing things, and my department was mechanical engineering. So I had to learn what I've done till now. Like jitni bhi coding hai, wo sab I learned from YouTube and other resources. And I continued to push forward. I saw some of my seniors doing amazing stuff. I think there was senior who did GSOC and LFX, and I thought, I think this is the peak of achievement that I can get. So if I was able to do it through the end of my college, अगर मैंने एक बार GSOC कर लिया, एक बार LFX कर लिया, तो I think it would be more than enough. So I looked up to that, I worked in that direction, and I kept pushing it forward. So I ended up doing GSOC twice, LFX once, and I continue to get involved with the community that I did my Google Summer of Code with. I am the admin of Vectel right now, and I have been a part of many open source initiatives.
So, you said that while you were in BHU, you started looking into YouTube and you started connecting with your seniors.
Yes.
So, what exactly, that spark, turning into fire? So, where did it actually hit you that you should be like going for G-Shock and LFX, and that is your way to go? Because a lot of students in their first and second years, they're still figuring things out. Some have sorted.
Yes.
Uh, have things sorted, but most of the students, they are like, हाँ ठीक है, इंजीनियरिंग है, कर लेते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ 4 साल बाद उखाड़ ही लेंगे. तो आपका वो मतलब वो पॉइंट कौन से फेस पे आया?
So you always have to stand out somewhere, right? If I was in a college, there were peers around me who were doing DSA and everything, and I thought, ki, I have to stand out. I have to do something to distinguish myself. And of course, there were seniors that have done GSOC, so I knew that this is doable, and I can always ask them कि कैसे करना है, and they would guide me. So yes, initial motivation was to stand out, to build my profile and work experience.
So, let's say like there are very few who make it to IIT. Most of them don't. In India,
Yes.
we have the highest population. तो अगर कोई IIT crack नहीं कर रहा है, तो what he or she should do differently to make it to the Mang companies, because Mang is the way to go.
Yes. So I think you can get into Mang or any company from anywhere, because as I said, my branch is mechanical. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि मुझे कोई टॉप कोडर मुझे कोडिंग सिखा रहा है कॉलेज के अंदर, या मुझे प्रोजेक्ट ऐसे बनवा रहे हैं. Every knowledge is out there on YouTube, and especially your college is very supportive of you. They want you to try hands-on learning here. So I think you have the platform to learn things, and of course make necessary connections out there on LinkedIn, connect with people who work in these companies, because network will get you far beyond your skill set can get you.
So networking it is
Yes.
on LinkedIn.
Yes, on LinkedIn, on talks, on tech events, whenever you get a chance to interact with professionals, interact with them, build connections, maybe ask them about their journey, and it's these connections at the end who will refer you for positions.
And before all of this, like आप अभी जहाँ पे हो,
Hmm.
तो उसमें मतलब so far एक ऐसा moment आया होगा where you might have had a doubt. So, if you would make it or not. So, if you could give us more insight on that, कि आपने उसको overcome कैसे किया? How did that doubt, मतलब वो कैसे hover होने लगा आपके ऊपर?
So doubt was always there. As I said, I'm from mechanical engineering background, and there are other computer science and electrical and circuitry branch people. So I always used to feel that मेरी branch इतनी अच्छी नहीं है. Will I be able to do this thing or not? And at any point, like when I was applying for Google Summer of Code, there's no guarantee, right? You can give you 100%, you can contribute, but you don't know till the end if you are going to select or not. So, and that happened also in my first attempt at GSOC. I wasn't selected for GSOC because Google didn't give us a slot. But the work that I did with my organization, they hired me as an intern for the first time. So it's about the process. If you keep investing in the process, you keep working in the direction, then result will come as a byproduct.
So, when you were in college, what was the strength of your class? Because here at SITM, we believe in quality learning. तो हमारे almost हर 10 students के लिए एक mentor होता है. तो like what is it outside in other colleges, even in IITs and NITs also? तो किस तरह से वहाँ पे मतलब mentorship दी जाती है?
So in my college, we have a lot of branches, and my branch had the largest strength of students. We had around 220 students in mechanical, pursuing BTech and MTech combined. And the total strength for college for 1 year of admission will be around 1400.
मतलब अगर इतने सारे स्टूडेंट्स एक क्लास में होते हैं, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर मतलब लाइक बीइंग इन आईआईटी डजंट गारंटी यू कि हाँ आपने जो सोचा है कि ठीक है 4 साल बाद आई विल मेक इट टू दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन,
Yes.
तो वो ऐसी कोई गारंटी तो होती नहीं है. तो
No.
व्हाट शुड वन स्टूडेंट डू डिफरेंटली?
As I said, go out there, explore things, build your skill set, try open source. Open source is something that anyone can contribute to. It is freely available to everyone. Contribute to it. Talk with your peers. I think one of the most important things in college is don't keep sitting in your room. Like I've seen a lot of peers of mine जो कि पूरे time अपने hostel में रहते थे. They are not out there learning and interacting with people, and you need to do it because you don't know what you don't know, right? आपको पता ही नहीं है कि ये चीज़ एग्जिस्ट करती है, तो आप कैसे उसके बारे में जानोगे? तो interact with people, learn what others are doing. Maybe you'll find something ki okay, this person is doing this extended reality technologies, this person is doing DevOps, and you will learn and explore these things.
सो बेसिकली टॉप कॉलेज डजंट गारंटी यू सक्सेस.
No, it doesn't guarantee anything.
Okay. So basically, what you're suggesting is to asking the students to get their hands dirty और
Yes.
खुद ही explore करें and to the best way to like stay connected with the industry is to start exploring now.
Yes, that's the best way.
Okay. So what's one skill that helped you more than anything else, but isn't taught in classrooms?
Okay. So I think the best skill of mine is figuring things out because जब आप एक बड़े कोड बेस पे काम करते हो या कोई भी नया कोड पिकअप करते हो तो यू नीड टू बी फास्ट इनफ टू फिगर इट आउट कि व्हाट्स हैपनिंग देयर, हाउ इज एवरी पार्ट ऑफ दिस रिपोजिटरी इज वर्किंग, because most of the time there will not be anyone to teach you everything about it from basics. So you need to be fast about it, and you can't be stuck with कि मुझे पूरी Python नहीं आती तो can I start developing with it? No, you need to pick it up as you go along.
And like, what's the biggest difference between solving problems on platforms like LeetCode and working as an actual engineer? तो वो difference क्या है वहाँ पे as a student और यहाँ पे जब as a software development engineer आप काम कर रहे हैं currently?
It is very different because in lead code there is a problem and you are writing mostly to optimize the solution, right? But if we talk about real engineering, you have to build stuff. So you need to understand development, what kind of development is behind it, what kind of technologies is required, and for that you need to study development separately. It can be web development, it can be app development, or machine learning and artificial intelligence. So these are very necessary. But what DSA teaches you is critical thinking, and critical thinking is not replaceable. So it's not about do DSA or development, it's both of them.
Okay, let's say a student from Guwahati here wants to explore global opportunities. What should be the approach in first sem, in second sem?
So I think what I guide my juniors is this key: by the end of first year or your first semester, get your interest aligned, because there are many things in software engineering in college that you can explore. You can explore your core branch, then you can approach software development, data analysis, and machine learning, everything. So figure out what works for you, what's your niche. I think that's the most important thing in the first year. Once you got that figured it out, learn about it and contribute to it. Especially if you are into software engineering, there's open source. because open source lets you contribute to a real project, right? Like you can build a personal project and it keeps sitting in your laptop, but when you're contributing to open source, it's a project, it's being used by everyone around the world, so you are making a real change. And once you do that, you'll start learning from senior developers. So my suggestion is go out there, learn skills, find your niche, and build some projects around it, and try to get an internship, because industry experience cannot be replicated by anything.
So you help a lot of student get these internships also,
Yes,
like
I guide my
you
juniors.
guide them.
Yes.
तो आपको क्या लगता है जो स्टूडेंट्स ये क्रैक कर रहे हैं और जो नहीं कर रहे हैं उनके बीच में वो जो डिफरेंस है वो क्या है?
I think the main difference is consistency and persistence. I often tell my juniors कि अगर आप जीसो के लिए contribute कर रहे हो and if you're end तक आप कर रहे हो उसमें contribute, then 100% you will get in. There's no doubt about it. And I've seen it work because जिनका नहीं हुआ है, जिनका हुआ है, उनमें difference देखा कि उन्होंने starting के एक month करा, they didn't like it, they gave up on it very soon. So don't give up on it. Maybe change the organization, pivot on it, but keep working on it. Even if you don't get selected for GSOC, your contribution will still be there, right? And you will keep learning. So stay committed, keep working, and you will get there.
डोंट वी थिंक कि इसमें कहीं ना कहीं कॉलेजेस का भी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है? हाउ मेनी कॉलेजेस आर इंट्रोड्यूसिंग इट टू स्टूडेंट्स इन देयर फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड इयर्स? आई एम प्रीटी श्योर काफी लोगों को ये पता भी नहीं होगा कि ऐसे ओपन सोर्स हैं और इनके बारे में नॉलेज, मतलब स्टूडेंट्स को तो ये मतलब कॉलेज को ही आइडियली इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहिए. सो व्हाट इज योर टेक ऑन इट?
Yeah, it will be very great if college can introduce this, because in our college it wasn't the college that taught us about GSOC or anything. It was the student groups that we worked on. We had a club of programmers that took seminars for it, our seniors. But if your college is teaching you about it, then you can say that they're very dedicated towards you and they really care about you. You're getting to know about GSOC from me here and probably your teachers. So that's a very good thing.
So everyone dreams of companies like Google, Amazon, the Mang companies basically. And what's something about these jobs that people don't talk about? And also, what is the difference, the culture, and what is basically the difference between a startup and these Mang companies?
Mang companies are very structured. You will get to work on a project that is being used by maybe billions of people. But when you start with a Mang company, you don't get ownership of a project, because as I said that their projects are being used by billions and millions of people, right? So if you make a mistake there, it can't go undetected. So usually when we start with Mang company, we have a manager, we get some trivial task, or it takes time to send something into production. Let's say if you are adding a new feature to something, it will take like months to put it into development. But in startups, there is usually a no manager, so you are the manager of yourself. You have to think about it कि कौन सा टास्क इंपॉर्टेंट है, कौन सा टास्क करना चाहिए. आप ऐसा नहीं कह सकते एट द एंड ऑफ द डे कि मुझे टास्क करने के लिए बोला था इसलिए मैंने कर दिया. यू हैव टू बी थोरो अबाउट इट कि मैं क्यों कर रहा हूँ और इसका क्या इम्पैक्ट आ रहा है. सो योर अप्रोच विल बी इम्पैक्ट ड्रिवन कि क्या इम्पैक्ट कर सकता हूँ मैं, क्या प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर रहा हूँ यूज़र की, इफ़ आई एम एडिंग समथिंग टू द वर्क फ्लो और नॉट. Because at the end, if you are spending like 50 hours a week on something and it doesn't give an impact, you have to be responsible about it.
सो बेसिकली अगर आपको चीज़ें फिगर आउट करनी है एंड यू वांट टू डू लर्निंग, तो
Yes.
स्टार्टअप इज द वे टू गो.
Yes, I think it is.
ओके. And so, today morning I just opened my LinkedIn, and whenever I open my LinkedIn, I see, AI doing coding and AI taking up people's jobs. So, what is your take on this? Is AI really that dangerous? Ya fir, there is something in between that we don't usually talk about?
I don't believe AI is dangerous, because let's say we are thinking of AI something ki डरावनी चीज है या it will replace us. But back there in 2002 or 2000s, there came Google, right? जो आपके स्कूल के असाइनमेंट होते थे, they will used to say the same thing कि ये Google से copy paste कर दिया. Now we say the same thing about ChatGPT कि ChatGPT ने कोड करा वो paste कर दिया. So it's not about the tool. AI is a tool and you need to have your critical thinking behind it. So AI can do some basic stuff, but AI cannot take responsibility, right? अगर आपने कुछ कर दिया है ऐसे code और it breaks something, so AI will not come to take ownership of it. So it's up to you, and that's what companies want. Because let's say in a typical interview right now, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको एक लैंग्वेज का सिंटेक्स नहीं पता कि पाइथन में यहाँ पे कॉमा आना था नहीं आना था. इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. द इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज कि हाउ क्रिटिकली कैन यू थिंक, हाउ कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड द प्रोजेक्ट, उसकी नीड समझ सकते हो, और उसकी ownership ले सकते हो, because at the end if something breaks you are the one who need to fix it and you need to understand the code, every line of it. So use it as a tool and you'll be good to go.
सो हमारे इस सेशन से लर्निंग बेसिकली यही हुई कि यू बेसिकली नीड टू टेक योर ओनरशिप और भीड़ का हिस्सा नहीं बनना है. You need to start figuring things out from the first semester itself. Try to like make and build connections. With that, I would like to ask the students if they have any questions.
If the two students have same degree, one student get higher and the other not, why?
I think it's because their skill set. Degree can't define your skill set and the network that you have made. Like if you have been out there, you've been networking with people, you have been developing skill, you've been developing work experience, it'll do it. Because even if you see a resume, if you've seen a typical resume, the education part is like 10% of that resume. Rest 90% you have to fill it, right? So it's about that 90%.
Yes, we have another student there. Yeah.
A very good afternoon to our respected Mr. Path sir and all present here. I have a question that with tools like AI doing so much, what students should focus on so they don't become replaceable?
You should focus on critical thinking and use AI to fasten your work because it's about output, right? The output that you provide. It's not about कि code मैंने हाथ से लिखा है या मैंने AI की help से लिखा है या मैंने Stack Overflow पे debug करा है. So use it wisely. Check it before pasting anything कि if it's doing correctly or not, and learn a lot of things.
My question is that with AI changing everything so fast, what skills are actually non-negotiable for students right now?
As I said, the ability to figure things out and development will always be there because you need to know the picture, right? अगर आपको development नहीं आता है तो you cannot tell if AI is writing the correct thing or not. So learn what you need to evaluate the AI responses and learn how to use AI in your workflows. There are Copilot, Cursor, get familiar with it and yes, get work experience.
क्वेश्चन वाज कि अभी लोग स्टार्टअप्स के बारे में बात करते हैं बट बहुत कम सक्सेसफुल हो पाते हैं, तो आखिर जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के मामले में किस जगह पे गलती कर रहे हैं कि जो जो उनका प्रोजेक्ट है वो सक्सेसफुल नहीं हो पा रहा है?
I think for a startup, you need to be clear about what problem you are trying to solve. Has it been solved before? And be realistic about it. And think about the point of revenue. Maybe not now, but maybe in future. Like if you think about Book My Show. Book My Show hasn't been profitable till now, but it charges a fees and it can scale anytime. Zomato, Swiggy, all of them were not profitable, but they built a model which they knew that they can scale. जैसे Zomato पे 10 रुपी fee add हो गई है. So in a similar way, they can increase that fee and become profitable. Any advice will be the same key: learn your users, learn their pain points, learn what you can provide and why it hasn't been provided before. Because it's not necessary to be different every time. Sometimes you can be successful by doing something more efficiently than other companies doing. Amazon था, Flipkart भी आया, and any market you can see, let's say AC companies, right? So you buy a AC, but you see that there is no proper service about it. So they made an entire company, Urban Clap, for it. So identify the pain points and do things more efficiently. Maybe you can make a new AC company tomorrow, and it will provide the best service to the customer, and you will be very successful.
सर आई हैव अनदर क्वेश्चन.
Yes.
जैसे कि मैं अभी एक स्टार्टअप पे काम कर रहा हूँ खुद से बिल्ड करने के लिए, तो एट व्हाट स्टेज मुझे इन्वेस्टर्स को अप्रोच करना चाहिए और फंडिंग के बारे में सोचना चाहिए? लाइक मेरे बकेट लिस्ट में क्या क्या चीज़ें होनी चाहिए एडेड?
I think have an idea clear, get some users out of it, because I think the best time for funding is when you have a growing user base. So get some traction on it, get it reviewed from some senior entrepreneurs. I think mostly they are happy to do it for free, so you can get there.
Sir, why still our education system is marks oriented instead of skill?
सिंपल आंसर है, मार्क्स को मेजर करना काफ़ी ईजी है, स्किल को मेजर करना इतना ईजी नहीं है. आपके स्किल मेजर होते हैं, लेट्स से 12th में प्रैक्टिकल लेने कोई आया होगा तो उसने स्किल मेजर करे होंगे, बट वी ऑल नो दैट इट इज़ समटाइम बायस्ड. But marks is a very absolute parameter. So I think in a country of this big size, it is very easy. If you see the admission process for IITs, there is a exam called JEE, and उसमें जितने marks आते हैं उसके base पे we select them. We don't ask them question about their personality or their previous experiences. So that's how we do it. But if you think about how foreign universities do it, they get application, they get essays, they see your personality, they see what kind of work experience you bring, what kind of cultural contributions you have made, everything, because there's less population. And yes, marks is an absolute factor.